It's great that we made it this far, but how do we get over there? Any ideas? Pyro?
Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy! Oh, come on, I'm not that annoying. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time we went through Gormott and we made a new frenemy in Sever here, seeing a lot of things. This time, starting off in Uraya, I want to remind you to turn around. Is it over here? I don't remember exactly where, oh, I think it was actually just right next to us where we started. This treasure trove! Nimble Nappa, get girls. Technical manuals do not carry over to New Game Plus, so I'm gonna be grabbing them all again. I would advise maybe not getting every treasure trove because that's a madman's errand, but getting any treasure troves that you see can be good. They have core crystals in them that'll prevent the amount of core farming that you'll have to do later. Not that core farming takes any big amount of time or anything, but you might as well cut it down if you can. It's a few seconds and an A press that'll save you some time later.
Wow! World has many amazing places in it!
Perhaps rest and enjoy view.
Oh, that was beautiful when we walked in there. It's Vandham!
That blade! An emerald core crystal.
You can see through her clothes? And you focused on the core crystal?
So, the rumors are
I would have
true.
focused on her cute earrings.
Huh?
Oh my god, we're going to kill him with Sever. How prophetic is this? He went down in 3 hits from the guy. Up there is Dragon's Whiskers. I can't wait to find that place again. This particular walk on the way up to Garfont Village, this was a moment that I was pretty proud of in the Let's Play, if I can give a director's commentary here, if you will. Talking about how Vandham is a recurring character through the Xeno series and what all of his appearances were. I liked how that section came out, and it was kind of nice because I felt like in my Xenoblade 1 Let's Play, I didn't focus all that much on other Xeno games, and it was kind of nice expanding the universe a bit for the viewers.
Good eggs, huh?
You said it. I've been called worse. Come on, let's eat. All this egg talk's making me hungry.
I love this shot so much. I complimented it the first time through, and I wanted to repeat that. The Battle Observer in Garfont Village will hold on to all of your times. Touched on this earlier, thought I would just show it in action because we were here. Hands down, the most popular request was to do more things with Vandham. They were all over the map, all the things that people asked are, oh yeah, he knows he's a stud, ladies. Yeah, so here you go. Lots and lots of Vandham stuff. Pretty much everything we can do with the Joker that reality allows for. Vandham was given a hidden affinity chart too. There's no purpose for this at all. None of this matters, but you can. His additional skills, if you are interested in learning them, are Power Lift, extending his launch duration by 15%. Rock has a launch art instead of a smash art on Vandham. Blades manifesting different for different drivers and all. So this actually does give him some benefit. Launch duration extensions are rare, and this is some legitimate utility that he could have. World's Strongest Man, 10% more strength. Don't need to say more. Buff. I get it, a buff of being buff. Slightly fills the party gauge when an excellent score during a special. Seems like everyone's got one of those. Quick muscles, agility up by 20. Honed to perfection, dexterity up by 10%. Higher powers, luck up by 10%. Probably not gonna help him much. Dependable guy, slightly fills the party gauge for each critical hit delivered. Helpful. Recuperation, increases HP restored to self, not using HP potions by 10%. Physical fitness, restores 3% HP when canceling an auto attack with a driver art. Lucky for Vandham, he only has one blade and he doesn't have negative synergy with this like Nia does. All those pesky multi-blade drivers. Anything for a mate, boosts recharge for specials after canceling by 20%. Pumped Doge. Agility up by 10%. Booming Aid increases affinity by 25% after winning a special button challenge. Knack for Battle, dexterity up by 20. Thank the Heavens, luck up by 20. Greatest Work, slightly fills the party gauge at the end of each chain attack. Some of these effects are quite good, actually. Kind of wish you had an opportunity to use them, which is why we're learning some of them. Let's get a move on. Vandham can visit the Land of Challenge for the first time. Friend Vandham want to take part? Sadly, answer is negatory. Nopon Arcsage want to see fresh new fighting style, not staid and musty kind that mercenary leader do. No offense. Please do speaking once more after remove from battle members. Well, gee, pardon me for living. I guess I'll go take care of that. Just in case it comes up, Vandham has no costumes in the Land of Challenge. What you see is what you get.
Her mission.
My first time ever playing this game, I had a Garafa, those tall, lanky animal things, in Uraya running around. And it ran on one of these rocks, and it attached to the side of the rock and was running at a 90-degree angle attached to it. It was pretty funny. I've never seen it happen again, but I swear to you that I've seen it before, and I think that proves that it could happen. It was heavily requested to play as much of Electra's quest as possible with Vandham in the party. With Electra's skills pre-leveled up, we're able to get quite far in it even this early on. Turns out I didn't know this until after the fact. He's only in the first couple of cutscenes, and he only gets that one interaction scratching his head at Nia getting burned. Other than that, he doesn't do anything, and because in the standard playthrough you can't do the skill checks for the later parts of the quest, he straight up doesn't have versions of those cutscenes. Here's my reaction to viewing those cutscenes this early in the game, though.
And we're you.
Let us go.
Whoa, 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 excuse me! What? What? I'm doing this with Vandham, and Morag and Zeke just show up in the... What? I don't have them right now, what? I hope that doesn't happen in base game. Time to start feeding the Armu. You know what they say, don't feed the Armu. This is just for people who screwed up Relentless Arteron the first time around. If you've already beaten it in the base game, its tombstone is there and it can be rematched at any time without any need to feed it again. An interesting thing about this is that there's not really any model for a young, or at least a baby Arden. So this Arden starts out as an Armu, even though they're supposed to be males and females of the same species, sort of like cows and steers. Cow, steer, whatever. I can vouch nothing else happened with Vandham for the rest of the quest. It's like he wasn't even here. Higher leveled enemies are a fine way to get Vandham stronger. The other drivers can deal with him. You can effectively just have 2 drivers in the party instead of 3, and they should handle it just fine. They'll keep aggro off of him, and he can get a lot. Overkill bonuses and chain attacks are your friends. Likely the single best enemy to train Vandham up on is the ancient Soros. Some might say immovable Gonzalez, others might say territorial Rothbart. I don't agree. The ancient Soros has higher HP and thus will have higher overkill bonuses.
You won't be getting away.
Magnificent.
He gained 12 levels in one battle. This is also an excellent way to get lots of SP for additional skills, so there's an added bonus to just having a really strong Vandham in the
I
party.
think that's a bit much.
Leave it to me.
Make haste and retrieve it. Mithra!
I failed at toppling it.
You got it up.
Must have happened to at least one kid in this tutorial fight. A popular request was to see people fighting themselves.
Do what you gotta do.
A battle of the ages to determine the one true Wolfric!
Heavy hitter. Witness freeze. Nice.
Wow, you're not very good at being Wolfric, are you?
I'm going all in. Blind spot.
An alternate strategy for getting Vandham up would be chain attacking bosses. Remember that story bosses are that way? You can get the party gauge up before the fight and then come in and do it. I killed Akos a little too quick there. We're doing it. We're frickin' watching this.
Looks like all the chat about the Aegis was true.
Who are you?
That's a heavy burden you have there. Sure you're up to it?
And then he suddenly has the cloak on!
See sense. Step aside and let the big boys take charge.
Gab's there!
Yield the merchandise.
Huh? What?
Why
Vandham.
did you do that?
You know this guy?
Costumes occasionally
Never
break
seen
things, but that's the
anything like
funniest one yet.
Bah!
The cloak just vanished. Oh my god.
Wait.
So, Pandoria's costume, clearly the more important of the two that are on screen right now, she is dressed up as Mooey Mooey of all
Really are
people.
a bunch of rinky-dink, bogus, two-bit.
Oh, Mooey Mooey, I love you.
Behold the mighty Zeke von Gembu, bringer of chaos! Mostly known as Zeke, and often addressed as the Zekenator! Behold my blade, Pandoria! And this is my sword, the Purple Lightning Dream Smasher! If you want a taste, come and get
The
it!
placement of that sword!
We're good.
Holy crap, I made the right choice with this!
No! Wait! Wait, you barbarians!
This guy. I'm tired of him already.
Gah. You think you lowlives can lick the three of us?
3 of you? I count 2. Lost someone?
Huh? Oh, get a load of this. Our beloved mascot, Tartars, reveal yourself. Huh? Tartars?
Where were you keeping him? I'm scared to ask. Oh my god, the turtle head thing, no.
Tartars! Handling a man's turtle.
You could have just grabbed Pyra there. Why did he go for his turtle instead?
Ugh, what an idiot.
Listen, whatever. She'll be mine soon enough. Got a problem with that? Then come at me, and don't hold back!
What? Is this guy for real?
I'm going all in. Blind spot.
Stratospheric thunder! Welcome flare onto me!
Stronghold. Heavy hitter.
Oh, shut up! Wipe yourselves down and get ready for my super ultra mega move!
We're waiting with bated breath for your super duper whatever.
You asked for it! Bringer of chaos! Ultimate lightning fury slash!
The last enemy I suggest for Vandam's hit list is the King Piranhaxes in the Fontsamaima waters. These enemies are high level, should be worth good experience for somebody as low level as him.
Just so.
We should have a good lure to get them in from far away, and they drop good materials at that, as we have seen.
My muscles throb.
I'm actually getting a chance to use some of his specials in certain situations. It's not often, but it happens. Down in Fontsamaima, near the gate... Is it up top? Man, this is not by the gate at all. My notes were lying to me. Is a traveling bard. You look like someone who's been in and out of danger a few times. Seen stuff. Maybe stuff you can't unsee. Ugh. To tell you what, how's about you tell me some of your story, and I'll pen a song about it. I'll make sure to reward you for your time, of course. We'll give him 200,000 points of bonus experience to see what happens. Legendary Core Crystal. We now have the ability to normally purchase these. Wow, that's a story and a half, if you don't mind me saying. Thrilling stuff. Queen Rakura's court will go wild for this song, I'm telling you. I'll be happy to listen anytime you got more to tell. If you've purchased everything you could ever want from the Traveling Bards and have some bonus experience left over, I guess this could be a good choice. I just wouldn't do this again. I bought one for demonstration purposes, and I'm simply not interested in buying more of these. The other rewards are just better. The Accessory Expansion Kit, easily. The 20,000 Ether Crystals, way cool. This one, not so much. It didn't even contain anything good. I've showed you how to farm legendary core crystals way better than with 200,000 bonus experience points. Given that it's the same price as everything else that we've seen thus far, it just ain't worth it. More interesting than that, by quite a lot, which is actually kind of sad, at Volty Butchers. I want to buy the hot plate fry-up, which I already had, huh?
Thanks. I feel honored.
He was mimicking the sizzling of the meat on the pan, I'm sure. That's Sever's first favorite item. Some minor NPCs that aren't even involved in side quests have subplots that develop over the course of the game. I can't promise that I found every single one of these or that people sent in requests for every single one of them, but one such NPC is found out here, Vask. Hey, I'm a prep cook. That means I wash dishes, peel vegetables, that sort of thing. Yeah, I know, okay? I'm only just starting out. I was a mercenary till right recently. I'd always launch the enemy into the air, then smash him into the ground for massive damage. I loved that combo. But now my biggest dream is to become a cook at the court. I like to imagine Queen Rakura one day eating the food that I made. But for now, I gotta keep peeling. We'll be back to check in on this guy every single chapter.
But then, despite the wounds all over his body, the great Adam stood!
I had no idea Adam was such a pothead. Thank you, you're too kind. I'll be here all week. In this very theater. I am going to wound your emotions with this next part. It is implied with unused voice acting that Vandham was planned to live longer than he did. So, the way that they handled Poppy's voice acting was to have multiple takes for each line. One in the alpha tone, where she sounds like a robot, one in the QT tone, where she sounds like a teenager, and one in the cutie pie tone, where she sounds like an adult and the least like a robot. Some voice lines have QT takes when they shouldn't and thus go unused. There's unused voice acting, and some pretty cute stuff actually, for Poppy QT to interact with Vandham.
Poppy is shaped like girl, but if Vandham happy, then Poppy is happy.
implying that either we would have gotten QT sooner in the story or Vandham would have lasted later. Because Tora was so central to the plot in More Ardain, and you had Lila and her giving up her ether furnace and all that being such a huge central thing there, I'm tempted to go with the latter, that Vandham was gonna last longer. As sad as that is, I feel like the final battle in More Ardain is so busy as it was. Could you even imagine if we had QT happening, Morag and Bridget joining, and Vandham dying all in the span of 2 fights? That section is so busy as it is. It's also possible this was just a mistake and they had Poppy's voice actor record a line that she didn't need to because of some mistake in the Excel spreadsheet that she was reading off of. I don't know if they were gonna keep Vandham alive longer. I hate to tell you, as much as I love you, big guy, I think they made the right choice killing you off when they did. Sadly, even a level 99 Vandham cannot survive Akos. This is a big moment to go back and view in the events theater or in New Game Plus after the fact, because I wanted to know if Nia's powers were foreshadowed at this point, with Vandham and even Rex just being so gravely injured in this.
Are you ready, Rex? Another lesson for ya! Something else you could do with a blade! What? What? Bastard!
He's channeling the energy from his weapon through his body.
Yeah, nothing you can do to stop this ether flow. Nothing at all!
You're gonna pay for this, for Vandham!
No. We have to go.
You're a pain in the ass, little shit!
I can't do it.
Rex. Rex.
Can't let you do this!
So long, kid!
Rex!
She genetically modified the length of her hair! And nothing else. It's like Dragon Ball Z.
You kid. Pyra, you're...
I am not Pyra.
Could have fooled me.
I am Mithra. Pyra.
I always wondered if the
she's a
stabbing
different
yourself
self
with
that
your
I can
weapon in order to make the ether flow more
different
flesh eater-like
self.
would ever actually come
No
back
time
again.
for that.
Never does.
okay.
But it sort of sets up
focus.
principles for why flesh
need to
eaters are so
focus.
powerful. I like that it
can't
doesn't come back in a
transfer my
literal sense. It's good when some things don't come back and it keeps you guessing
No, it can't
if something
be.
is ever going to happen again.
Powers are useless?
I'ma sever you!
Go for it! Just why not?
Jeez, that looked really funny. Okay, this cutscene always bothered me. This is supposed to be such a sweet moment. And then Pyra sits down. And it just sounds like a sack of potatoes hits the bed or something. It's... I don't know, what, does she weigh like over 1,000 pounds or something because the blade material is really dense? I don't get it. Rex does call her heavy earlier in the journey, so maybe, but that sound effect has always bothered me. I always laugh at that moment, and I didn't dare say anything the first time because it was supposed to be a big moment. I didn't want to ruin it for other people.
And go
Here,
to
though, I'll say it
Indra.
all day.
That dagger's owner will tell you how you can get to Elysium.
This is a blade weapon, right? Who's its owner?
The man who was once my driver.
Your driver?
Look at Nia's expression in the background, how wide-eyed and interested she looks. She's not even the focus of the shot, and she was off-screen as Cole was explaining what he was.
Cole is a blade.
But you can see that she's already
fought
interested
together
by the
in
time
the
the camera
Aegis
gets
War.
back over to her.
Yes.
Commenter Rexora888, aka half of the tips that we have seen so far in all these videos,
Why Cole looks so
posted a
old?
theory about flesh
Because
eaters
I'm
that I
one of the
happen to
cursed
agree with.
ones.
Because blades and
flesh
drivers
eater.
are stronger when they're physically close and emotionally close,
Flesh eater?
flesh eaters
A blade
may be stronger
who has
based
been
on how
fused
strong
with
their
human
bond is with the
cells.
heart they
A
consume.
long
Think about it.
time ago,
Jin is the strongest
before
flesh
the
eater
war,
to have ever lived.
some
He has
sought
lived
to
for
test
over
the
500
limits of
years,
blades'
and he's in
potential.
far better health.
I am a product of their experiments.
And he's in far better
One of
health
the
than Cole, who
unlucky
is the same
ones who
age.
was
He
tainted
killed
by their
Laura
folly.
in order to move on, who we've seen he was quite
Why
close with
would
in a lot of those
ancient people
flashbacks.
do that?
Nia ate her sister's
It
heart and is
seems
able
that
to at
by
least
combining
counter the
blade
power of
and
an
human,
Aegis.
It is sometimes
Akos and
possible to
Patroka
create
are
blades
definitely weaker than
with
them, but still
extremely
pretty
unique
strong. They had the
powers.
hearts of their drivers.
But only
Cole
very
is a
rarely.
mess, and clearly he did not
Most
eat a Malthus's
experiments were
heart if a
failures.
Malthus still lived on.
And I
Cole
no
was an
different.
early failed experiment in his own words, and likely was just
I
given
gained
any old heart.
nothing at all.
I was wondering if you could write a play about Vandham.
About Vandham?
Yeah. I think his story could inspire a lot of people. Once I find Elysium, I'll come see you again. Show it to me then?
An interesting notion. Perhaps that is the least I can do. Very well. I'll do it.
Liar!
See you make it.
This moment. This is meant to be the establishment of Amalthus hearing about Rex for the first time, and thus the reason why Hayes shows up and saves the day at the end of Chapter 4. The chapter begins on this note, actually. It's the way that the first cutscene is ending. I don't know. I kind of feel like the scene could have used a little more so that didn't just come out of nowhere. I've said that the more ordained section of the story I think is one of the weakest, and I think that those cracks kind of start to show here. This doesn't say a lot to me, it just says that something is going on. Vandam's Last Wish is a rather interesting quest to do the second time around. Overdrive Protocol in the chest right next to you and Zuo, don't forget it! I ain't taking over the Garfont mercenaries. Rex. Could you think back to Vandam's last moments? You're the only ones who were there to— Okay, fine. The Merc Group is now available, and as we do this first mission, Pyra's there, Dromark's there, Poppy's there.
And we're off.
Every blade has voice lines recorded for this as well.
I shall take my leave.
Poppy is ready for any challenge.
This means all new Merc mission names for each of the blades that could not previously be sent away on them.
I shall call you the Inflammables.
Leave it to us.
Good luck!
When that happens, Tora, he looks so wanting. Tora cannot participate in any battles while Poppy is on a Merc mission. Womp, womp, womp. And they also say things upon coming back.
We did our best.
Thanks for getting it done.
I'll be sure to go through all these as we gain access to more blades. We don't have Mithra right now, for instance, or Poppy QT. After clearing the quest, everything Merc Group related has been unlocked once more, aside from missions and Titans we've yet to visit. We have every single Merc Group mission, we have every single Merc mission unlocked. We can redo some for the first time, like Zenobia's Enemy 1 here. So every single reward can be earned a second time.
You shall be known as Dromark's Dragoons. We'll all have to work together.
Just show me the way.
He's good at sounding cool, just not good at actually doing anything. Give him points where it counts. This means by extension that we are free to dequip any blade we want. This should have unlocked in the base game. After Rex became the master driver. I understand wanting to force blades like Pyra on the player so that you get to learn how good those blades are. You work on their skills by just passively playing the game, and thus the story blades feel important and strong. I understand the reasoning, at least. Also, we totally do have Mithra right now. What was I saying a minute ago? So I just don't get it. Why we couldn't do this in the moment that Rex was the master driver. You can equip blades that are not Pyra or Mithra because you just stick, say, Dromark into one of Nia's other slots, then you can equip them to Rex to free her of Dromark. But if you try to equip Dromark normally, they go, this blade cannot be disengaged. It makes these menus so much more roundabout than they need to be, and I wish they just enabled this in the base playthrough right as soon as you got the ability to do that anyway. And it also would let you dequip Pyra and Mithra if they did. These New Game Plus menus are so nice as a result, and it's hard to go back to the Master Driver form before that.
My troops performed excellently.
Thanks for getting it done.
Poppy seeds, attention! Poppy seeds, move out!
Just remember to have fun.
Poppy's circuits are exhausted.
Thanks for getting it done.
I bet you'll miss me. We'll call you guys Mithra's minions. Fall out!
Good luck!
And then it hits you that she's yellow.
No problem. I'm just great.
Thanks for getting it done.
Really? We are the severe burns. Do you know what that means? You wait, but don't expect much.
Good luck!
It means they're having fried chicken. Run, Finch!
Let's rest a spell.
Let us proceed.
Easy as cutting heads.
All friends returned safely!
How do you like my handiwork?
You better report in then.
So ol' Hammy here has merc missions for us, kind of. I'm talking to him and yet none of them are unlocking. NPC conversations can be done over, but you have all of the missions already. This doesn't unlock anything new. What I'm going to do now with my upgraded merc group rank is do all of the Garfont mercenary side quest chain again, without having unlocked Rock first. This was a request by a couple of people telling me that I really want to do this, and I'm not sure the reason. I was eating food! I was eating food!
My name is Perdido. You'd best remember it.
Friggin' sick voice, friggin' sick artwork. It'll probably be a while before I have a good chance to go over you, and Nia was not the driver I was hoping that you'd go on. I might overdrive you. Okay, I'll set you in so you're at least collecting trust from us doing quests. I wasn't meaning to unlock a new blade this video.
Ready.
I was just trying to clear out my core crystals before I had 99 of them, as I do. Stay true, my friends.
This will bring swift victory.
That was the name of his skill. See?
As you wish.
Perdido, how about you start a merc mission? Ah, glad you're so obedient. Obito?
It will be my pleasure to command the Indomitable Brigade. We know our orders.
Just remember to have fun.
I have served you well. I hope you'll agree.
Thanks for getting it done.
Ferocious Jugger. More like Juggernaut.
Just give me
Because you're dead. I found Sever's auto attack combo to be tricky. You want to do it on the kick. I've mentioned that it's based on knuckle claws. It's a little hard to tell that without having a second claw there. That's how it works. Yeah, I got S1 with Adenine. And Perdido got his second level.
A vital skill.
Perdito's skill level up is strange. He wants to engage in combat alongside Blades who carry specific weapons, as he carries 5 different weapons on his person. He has his main blade weapon, and then he holds one in each of his arms. He's definitely a cool looking blade, and this is a neat gimmick for him to have for leveling up that's unique from all the others. Remember that when it says this, it wants you to kill an enemy with him getting the killing blow, with this somewhere else in the party. It's silly, and it's bad, and all that. It's the same thing that happens with Nia.
I feel sharper than ever.
Sever also got this. I find jumping is way quicker when doing it on these water slides. You can die from that. How fitting that Telos is the one that benefits from this and who I was recommending you do it for.
That was poor.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Let's have a do-over.
How did I respawn there?
No!
It feels so good to get my revenge on this guy who knocked me off of the cliff so many times. I even killed you with Executor. Morag, you don't exist. Specifically, it was Marvelous Mercenaries that was so funny that people wanted to say, you just asked us to bring Rock over to the Elethro Ruins. All right, how are you gonna handle this one? What, is Percival gonna say Rock's lines and be pantomiming as him? I'd love to see that. Uh-huh. You're not Rock. I'm not you. In more senses than one. Okay, let's see your boss. Never properly appreciated all you did for us. Organizing missions. Is this really it, Vandham? I'm afraid I still don't remember the days I spent fighting by your side. But watching Rex, his friends, and the people of this village, it's easy to see how great a man you must have been. I don't know if I can really carry on your legacy, but I swear I'll keep these people safe. You can count on that. Man, Rock's even giving himself the shaft now. Everyone else is doing it. He thought he'd join in. Okay, that was mildly amusing. Took a lot of time to see this one, so I've just saved you a lot of effort if you've ever heard that this is funny. And that takes us to the end of Uraya. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We're gonna be seeing the hunt for Rock's core crystal, new things that we can do in that section of the story, and more Ardain as well. See you guys then. No sight there is gonna beat this one. Fonsamima Port, you'll always be my fave.